hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Michelle and I have been watching the new Gabrielle Union movie on Netflix, The Perfect Find. So I forbade Michelle to talk to me about it until we got here. So Michelle, now did you finish it? You said you finished it, didn't you?
I finished it.
Okay, I can't believe I finished it, but thank God I was doing something in the background. I was cooking 100%. Actually. So I was happy to actually.
I was literally like
complete it. I can't lie though.
Coughing, bro.
At first, I was like, "This
thought it was
not
gonna
too
be a good
bad."
movie.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, "This is all right, standard chick flick," you know. And then it just started to go downhill.
So ghetto, like it got so ghetto. Like I don't know how do you feel about it? For me, it got ghetto at like 25 minutes. It got ghetto
around that point too. But I'm trying to think of the moment that I was like, "Oh."
For me, I think it was when they met.
I feel like it was when they started sleeping together.
No, for me, when they met.
I don't feel like it was that bad up until
when
then.
they met at the office, it got weird for me. Because I was like, okay. I was like,
he was young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was like, okay. Oh,
I was wondering how old he was.
Yeah, I was like, oh, your mum's her boss. Okay, cool. And then it was just like they jumped. They kept jumping. Like scenes.
This
like,
is what I'm saying.
So quickly.
I could tell that they wrote. I think I could tell that it was giving slightly Tyler Perry. Like, I could tell that they rushed everything.
Yeah,
they rushed the writing process. They rushed the directing because there were certain things that they contradicted. Like they'll say one thing, one scene. It
wasn't like sequential.
And then towards the end, like, do you remember when she read the Forbes article?
Yeah.
And she said he never called me.
And
but then when she went to see him, he said he'd been calling her bear.
It's like, what are you talking about?
Wait, which one is it then? Yeah. Have you been calling her or not? Like, it was mad weird. Like, I don't know if I missed something, 100%. But there was a couple moments where I was like, that's contradicted what you said before.
Yeah, head loss.
Yeah, so I could tell that they did it in a rush. But, and the storyline, the concept in itself was not bad.
Yeah.
But the movie
I don't feel
was
like
just,
they executed it
wasn't
properly.
a good execution.
If I'm real honest, I feel like it should have been a 2 hours 15. Movie.
How long was it? Was it long?
It was an hour 40.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like
I was gonna say, it didn't feel like a long movie.
if it was longer, it would have made more sense. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like even the
lot
part
happens.
A lot happens because it's like jump. Yeah. But it's like even the part like you said when they slept together, it was just so random. Like
I felt like up until then it felt like organic and natural. Yeah, like I felt like, but then after a while it was
started going south.
Like because I even thought it was funny up until then. Like. And I like the fact that they didn't lean into like typical negative stereotypes. Like I like that. I felt like her friends as well. Like there was a couple little moments here and there, but it is a cringy, you know, it is a romantic movies in a sense are supposed to be a little bit corny, you know. So you always have to give a little bit of a pinch of salt. But I felt like essentially there wasn't really much that was an issue. I like the fact that even like, oh my God, one thing about Lala, she's gonna be in a black movie.
Oh,
child.
defo. She said,
I said you again.
Yeah, she said I'm gonna
goodness.
Afro-Latina my way into these movies.
Literally, Michelle,
Lala.
I said, you this girl
I love
again.
Lala. Honestly, Lala said, I'm going to show my black side.
No, I was going to text you.
I was going to
text you when I saw her. And I was like, you know what? I might need to meet Lala.
What's crazy?
Because I need to understand how you are in everything.
I did not.
And not just in everything. Friends with every influential person. Seen everywhere.
I did not even recognise that it was Lala until it was like 45 minutes in. I was like, Lala.
One thing about Lala.
Like, bro.
One thing about Lala, she's made a bag and a hell of a marketing run off of being a pretty woman who
I love Lala.
Really
honestly.
and truly, I don't feel like I've seen her talent.
Yeah.
I love her though.
Yeah.
She's funny. I like her. I genuinely like her.
You know what?
Her personality is a vibe. I genuinely really like Lala. But talent wise, I have not seen it. I can't tell. Nobody can tell me what that girl is good at.
Lala plays herself. It's as simple as
like, because she's not a great actress in my opinion. And like you said, she plays different versions of herself. But I did like the fact that they made her a lesbian in this film.
Oh, definitely.
I felt like that was unexpected. You don't usually expect the friend of the main protagonist female in there.
Like
to
bisexual,
be like you don't really expect that. So I was like, okay, I like that.
I like their little vibe going on as well. They was
and I like that they didn't even
each other's.
And I like that they didn't even fully explain it to us as well. Like I quite like that.
Yeah, we just knew what it was.
So like there was parts of it that I was like, oh, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
And you know, up until that scene with the, you know, where they had the dinner party and that older guy came, that was like a hotel.
Even that was random.
Yeah.
It was random.
I was like, you know what, this is kind of funny. Like, I'm not actually mad at it. But then I feel like that's when it started to turn a little bit. Like, after they first slept together at that party, I was like, okay.
And then it was like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I love you. Oh, I love you too.
It was just
you're
a bit,
my man.
It starts fast forward at that point.
So you're my man. You're my girl. Like, it was weird. It was weird.
I can't even really put my finger on what. It just felt all weird and forced.
Even the part where, do you know when they had the scene with the mum?
I did not like the mom at all. She was getting on my nerves. And by the way, I think she's been in like a sitcom that I used to watch when I was younger. She was a hating ass mum then too. I'm sure she used to be a hating ass mum in something else. Yeah. So when I was watching, I said, "Girl, you again."
Do you know what was weird though?
In a different way to Lala.
This is why I say sometimes like it's not good to be mentioning people's cultures because, for example, the guy said, "Oh, he's Guyanese American."
Guyanese American, yeah. Again, another thing that's interesting. They don't usually cast; they just make them African American usually. So that was a little something extra. That was. I appreciate that, but also the mum was speaking Spanish. And do some people in Guyana speak Spanish?
No.
Oh, they don't?
No.
I was confused about that, but I just thought I was wrong.
That's what I was confused.
I just thought I was wrong. I didn't think they spoke Spanish either.
The actual character, she's Afro-Latina. That's why I said, it makes sense. That's why she was speaking Spanish.
Okay.
But it's like,
as in the actress is
yes,
Afro-Latina.
the actress. Yeah, the actress is Afro-Latina.
Because the Spanish was good, so that
but
makes
it's
sense.
like, she's speaking Spanish. Even the other guy was speaking Spanish, but I'm
like,
I don't know Guyanese people to speak Spanish.
But maybe some do. Maybe we're wrong.
Maybe they do. Maybe we're wrong.
Because I'm sure they wouldn't have written something so obvious like that.
It was very odd. Like that's what I'm saying. It was very odd.
Yeah. Because even I thought that, but I was like, I guess some do. But I feel like that has to be a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's too obvious.
Even her, like,
if it's not
like
true.
even the jump to the pregnancy was a bit weird for me.
I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, spoiler alert. But I mean, not gonna lie, you're not gonna be that mad because honestly, we're saving you
a
waste
lot
of
of
your
screen
own time.
Yeah,
so
an hour 40.
Spoiler alert, but don't be too mad about it because, girl, it's really not that good. But yeah,
That
when
movie
she
was
got pregnant,
crazy.
I was like,
I was like, huh? And first of all,
Okay,
when
I
he was
guess
like,
this is
I'm
what
not
we're
ready to
doing.
be a dad. No. And he
girl,
walks
but
off.
then it was like, what is
what?
happening? Like, I was a bit like, no, you've changed. I feel like you changed the main plot
No,
of the
that
story
part.
like 3
and
times.
They just changed it
They
midway
keep
through the movie.
refocusing what the point is supposed to be.
It was so
First,
weird.
she was a newly
newly
broken up
single,
like
do you know what I
basically
mean? Like,
the story
woman.
is Gabrielle Union is again another thing they
Yeah.
never explained what her job was.
Yeah, no, we never knew.
I mean, I got
I
got the vibe.
I was like, were you a publicist or you were like?
She's not a publicist. I think it's like a content creator.
Yeah, but
not
it's
content
like
creator.
upstage, like
but I
content
think
creator.
that she does something for digital marketing.
Yeah,
is what the vibe I got.
Yeah. That's what I got.
Some kind
and
of
she's like up
digital
there
marketing role
because people
for
know her
magazines.
and she's put people on.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
People know her
Yeah.
and recognize it even outside of her field. So we're definitely supposed to get the vibe that she's a big deal because even people that probably are not in the
they're like Gemma Jones. Like,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
people go up to her and recognize her like that. So not everybody, but a few people that you feel like, oh, you're not in that field, so you know her. Okay, she must be a big deal.
Yeah.
So that's the vibe that I got. That she probably is pretty good on like social media as well. So that's why people know her. But I think that she does like some kind of digital marketing for publications or magazines. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah, same.
But they never told us.
Yeah,
which is like a boo-boo in a romantic comedy. You're supposed to make it very clear what they do.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have complete understanding of who they are. One of my favorite romantic comedies is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yes.
One of my favorite. I bought it and everything. I might even watch it tonight now I've mentioned it because I fucking love that movie.
I might even watch it
Kate
tonight.
Hudson is the main actress. Matthew McConaughey. The first scene opens up in her workplace.
Know what they do.
Do you know what I mean? Like you know, like you can literally see. Oh, she's a journalist for Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Like it's right there. Like you're supposed to have a complete understanding of the person and
that's
what
why
they do.
we got that Tyler Perry sort of vibes.
Exactly. So there's that. So the focus was meant to be that she's basically just come out of a 10-year relationship.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend broke up with her kind of out of the blue, it seems, and then she went to stay with her mum for like a year.
No, but even that breakup wasn't clear.
It wasn't. Like we still don't really know why he broke up with her.
We don't know whether he cheated, whether he was a scumbag.
I don't think
like,
he cheated. Do
you know what I mean? Whether he was a scumbag, like one day he
basically
just
he either cheated or he just randomly out of the blue decided he didn't want her for not really much of a reason, and then just chase after the first 20-year-old in a skirt that he found. So it was either he cheated on her or midlife crisis type of thing. Like I don't know. And so there's that, and her mum is Aunt Viv, by the way.
Yeah,
and.
It was just
even
weird.
The way she acted her role was random.
It was like,
I was like,
random,
why are you doing it like this?
Because it's like you never introduced the mum to be this type of way.
It was just a bit like it was a bit
off.
like
it was off.
What's the word, caricature-y.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't.
Because it was like, why is your mum acting like this?
Like a bit of a joke of herself.
Yeah, a bit of a joke of herself.
When we don't even know her. Like it was a bit. I can't really.
Like they randomly introduced her as, this mum that's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It was weird. Yeah.
And then so there's that. And then she goes back home to New York because that's where she's from originally.
Yeah.
And she gets this new job with this woman that she hates. They've been ops, basically, like rivals. And, you know, she said, basically, it's giving hater. Like, every job I wanted, you got, and you fucked my boyfriend. And she was like, firstly, I didn't steal your jobs.
Literally.
They just happened to be given to me because I'm better than you. She didn't say that, but essentially.
But that's the...
like,
that's
if
the,
every single job I got and you didn't, it's given I'm better than you and you should work harder rather than stay hating. But then, and she said, and that nigga didn't even tell me that he had a girl, so I didn't even know. Yeah, so it's given hater. And, but because she's so good at what she does, she presents it in a way she has to hire her because she's not doing as well as she'd like. Yeah. So she has to hire her for the sake of taking her magazine to the stamp that she wants to take it to. Yeah. But she
knew that Gemma woman could do it. Or...
Exactly. But she's a bit out of action. She's a bit rusty. She's been out of the industry for a year, been heartbreak and all of that. So, you know, it's not going as smoothly as she'd like. And she goes to some party with her friends, you know, lets her kind of lowers her inhibitions and meets this young boy. Like, as in, when I looked at him, I said, girl.
Imagine if I went to the club and I was
20
with
years
someone that was
younger
21.
than you. Like, surely a good 20 years. Like, I feel like they were trying to dress it up as not that younger, but I was like,
he was defo
but the way they portrayed him was early 20s.
She was like something like 45 or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
I don't know if it was mid 40s or early 40s,
mid-40s,
but 40 something.
Yeah, 40 something.
It looked like he was not more than
like
24
fresh out of college.
at the not even 24. Yeah, exactly. A good 22, 23.
22.
So I was like, girl,
what is you doing? Like,
a little fun. Maybe,
but not serious.
But not, and even that, I feel like it's even hypocritical of me to say that because I feel like men. I don't think 40 is a big deal. Personally, no, I feel like if you're 20 something,
no, defo.
I don't feel like that's too bad.
It's not a big deal. No, but
not for a relationship because you know why? Sex is one thing. I feel like sex is cool. Yeah. But personally, relationship, I feel like for us to be 20 years between each other, vibe. I don't feel like that dynamic is healthy. But I feel like I could easily take advantage of a 20-something-year-old if I'm 40-something.
I feel like even us in our later 20s, early 30s, we still wouldn't even go for the men that age. No. Because we're like, something is wrong there. Do you know what I mean? But we could explore it. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think we take them as seriously as we take someone that's 35.
No,
do you get it?
Probably not.
Like we wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. I can easily take advantage of that person. So there's that, and then they shifted the focus from her job to her doing well in her job. Fine, that's a natural progression in a romantic comedy. Yeah, but then it became all about the boy, who is her boss's son,
which is very weird. Yeah,
and she starts sleeping with him. Very bad idea. Like, I get that you don't like this, babe, but at the same time, if you want to keep your job, this is not very smart.
Do you remember the scene where they just randomly cut to, like, the date night? And then they was, like, sleeping together again. And then they was talking about their future. It was just...
Yeah, I think I know which one you mean.
It was like, what?
Like, basically, beyond him sharing that shit about his dad, I feel like it all went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Because at least that made sense. Like, you had to see a little part of, like, where his dad was number one and what makes him, like, It
was for me, it was placed so randomly. Like, after you've had sex, guys. The thing is, it's not far-fetched that you talk about intimate stuff after sex, but it's like his dead dad. And that,
like right after.
Like right after. And then all of a sudden, like, when you go to his bit, then his mum is talking about his dead dad. And then, for example, when she's found out you're pregnant, his dead dad. Like, what?
Yeah,
guys?
Yeah, they definitely never. They didn't establish.
They didn't establish that storyline.
You know what? From the beginning, I won't lie. His mum did him an injustice there.
100%.
She didn't let him grieve properly, and she didn't grieve properly either. So that's why they're both like that. Like, that was very clear.
But it was like very
odd. So it just kept like, it felt like the focus kept shifting.
Yeah.
Because then it went from that to now she's pregnant.
Like, what? No, that was crazy.
And now this is the narrative.
Like, what?
And it just felt so left field, her getting pregnant. I felt like that was so random.
Because the thing
that did not need to happen. If I'm real honest, because me personally, that is not a happy ending. A 40-something-year-old having a baby for a baby.
You know,
that's not a happy ending.
You know when she said. She flipped out to scan. I said, oh my God. Like, I literally was like, ah! Like, I screamed. Because I was like, hold on.
And I also didn't really get why they broke up either.
Yeah, neither did I. Because the thing is, it was like
she got fired, basically, because the woman got me? Discovered that she was sleeping with her son.
Do you know what got me,
So why are you now breaking up?
Do you know what got me? For? It was like, she was angry that he didn't defend her, but he was angry that... only God knows why he was angry.
Oh, Michelle was even trying to put two and two together.
I was trying to put two and two together, girl.
I was confused as fuck because they did not explain a
I was trying
thing.
to put two and two together to make
They
four.
didn't explain a
but
damn
two and two was
thing.
making 6.
So
right?
I was like, what
I was
is
like,
happening?
hold on. On her side, she's angry at him that he didn't defend her in front of his mum. But he was angry
because he's a you.
That part.
That's why.
Heavy on that
girl.
part. No,
he was in trouble with mummy, so he kept stum.
Yeah.
That's what you do when you're in trouble when you're a small boy.
He was angry at the fact that his mum had gone to her talking about, oh, you're
what
trying
I
to have
say
my
is,
son.
I didn't get why
and then,
she didn't tell me either.
Also that.
I was a bit like, he has a point to be fair. Like,
no, he
I wouldn't be that angry
point.
about it, but at the same
That's
time.
why he was like, oh, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, but like, why did you lie? That was a bit
he was
random.
Like, oh,
like,
you didn't tell me.
That was.
And then
what
she's
for?
looking at him crazy, but he's got a point. Like,
yeah, like, why
what do
didn't
you
tell
mean
him that?
Your mum warns you,
especially
off
considering
of him.
it's my mum.
Yeah.
It's definitely more my business than yours.
Exactly.
Because fair enough, that's your boss. That's how you
That's
eat.
my mum.
I get that.
That's
but
my
I
mum.
live with her. She gave
Yeah.
me life. Like,
literally.
surely that's my business.
She's trying
too.
to warn you off me.
Exactly.
But you ain't never said nothing.
Exactly.
Of course, that's a
that
problem.
was weird that she never said anything.
Yeah.
And again, no explanation.
Yeah. No explanation.
I felt like everything that we had a
Yeah.
question mark over
No
did not get
explanation.
explained.
Yeah.
The boyfriend popping up out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
By the way, even that scene, terribly acted. My mum died yesterday, but it does not look like it, sir.
what?
Are you sure?
Oh, he's drunk.
You don't look sad.
He's drunk.
You don't look sad at all.
He's drunk.
Are you sure your mum died?
Hold
I was looking at him like, are you sure?
Like, hold on. He's drunk.
Surely he's lying.
He's drunk and he showed up at the ex's house. Do you think we're stupid?
No, that is even understandable. That's where you would go. An ex of 10 years.
Yeah.
Your mum just dies.
Yeah.
She knows her mum. That was even.
man said
I
I'm
even
drunk.
got that.
He
But
said,
it was the fact that when they got to the house,
"I'll
they
come
were
back
so
to the
light about
crib."
it.
Like, what? Stop.
And she was
Stop
like, oh,
that.
you know, she loved you. Oh my God, of course. Like 10 years. I hope so. Da, 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 da. And then it was like, oh, but your midlife crisis.
That
But
don't
your
make
midlife
no
crisis.
sense.
Oh,
it made
my-
no sense.
It was just like, hold on. Your mum died yesterday, but
Literally.
you're trying to beef her.
like, and then also him even seeing it.
And you don't
And
even
it's
look
like,
that upset.
Yeah. Oh, you just walk away. Yeah.
I'm just
weird.
confused because me personally,
giving
my mum
confusion.
died. I don't know which way is up or down.
Bro, I'm not going to no fucking
Yesterday.
ex's house. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yesterday, as in just fresh, as in me now. I don't even understand what's going on.
I'm gonna go
because
to
my
my
mum
ex's
just died
house.
yesterday.
I'm gonna go to our ex's house. Let's be fucking for real.
You might
Like,
though. I can't lie.
stop.
That does not seem far fetched to me because you might want some dick.
That's also true.
You know.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.